Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended in a session May-June 2022 Paper 4-2. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1, Part A. Find the lowest common multiple LCM of 30 and 75. So first we need to write down the prime factorization of two numbers. So 30 is 2 times 15 is 30. 2 is a prime number. We need to factorize 15. That is 3 times 5 is 15, right? Now for 75, 75 is, let me check, 5 times 15 is 75, yes. 5 times 15 is 75, and we have 5 times 3 times 5 is 15, right? Now we have to pick the common one. So which factor is common? So 5 is common and this 3 is common. So for LCM we have to write down the common factor just once. LCM is, we have 3 is common and 5 is common, and the rest of the uncommon factors are 2 and 5. So we have 2 times 5, right? So 3 times 5 times 2 times 5, this is 150. So 150 is LCM of 30 and 75, right? Now for part B, share $608 in the ratio 4:5:7. Okay, so we have to do 608 divide the total 4 plus 5 plus 7, right? So 4 plus 5 plus 7, this is 16, right? So we have to do 608 divide 16. What is 608 divide 16? This is 38. So it means we have to multiply each number with 38. So 4, 5 and 7, right? So 4 times of 38 is 152. So this is $152. 5 times 38, $190, and 7 times of 38, $266, right? Now for part C, work out, give your answer in the standard form, right? So let me simplify. 6.39 divides 2.45 times 10 exponent, we have 4, and shifting 6 into the numerator becomes -6, right? Now let me simplify. 6.39 divides 2.45 is equals to 2.608 or 2.61 up to 2 decimal place, and we have times 10 exponent. 4 minus 6 is -2. This is the answer in standard form. Right, now for part D, write 0.27 as a fraction. So 2 and 7 is a repeating decimal. So we can say x equals to 0.27, 27, 27, and so on. So as you can see, two digits are repeating, 2 and 7. So we have to multiply it by 100 because 100 has 2 zeros, right? Okay, so as you can see, 100 times 0.272727, this is 27 point, that 27.272727 and so on, right? Now we have to subtract it. So let me do the subtraction. So 100 minus x, that is 99x, equals to, this subtract 0.272727, this is 26.99, or we can say just 27, right? We can cancel the terms after the decimals, right? So the x we suppose is this, so the x is 27 divides 99. This is a fraction for this decimal. Now for part E, a stone has a volume of 45 centimeter cube and a mass of 126 grams. Find the density of the stone. Give the units of your answer. Density is mass over volume. So the density is mass is 126 grams divides the volume is 45 centimeter cube. So this is grams per centimeter cube, right? So 126 divides 45, 2.8 is the density. Question number 2, part A. The points P, Q, R and S lies on the circle with the diameter PR. PR is a diameter. Work out the size of the angle PSQ. PSQ. This angle we have to find. Giving a geometrical reason for each step of your working. Okay, so this is the diameter and this is a triangle P, R and Q. So the triangle over the diameter is a right angle triangle and this angle is 90 degree, right? So first we can say that the angle P, Q, R is 90 degree. And what is the reason for this? Triangle over the diameter. Triangle over the diameter is a right triangle and the angle opposite to the diameter, since we have given that PR is a diameter, so the angle opposite to the diameter is 90 degree, right? Okay, now the next thing is this is a third angle of the triangle, like this is 29, this is 90 and this is angle R. So we can say that what is angle R? PRQ, this angle PRQ is equals to 180 degree minus 29 degrees and minus 90 degrees. So what is that angle? 180 minus 29 minus 90. This is 61 degrees. So the reason is sum of angles of triangle is 180, right? Okay, so this angle is 29, this is 90 and this is 61, right? PRQ is 61, PSQ is also 61. So we can say PSQ is equals to 61. Why? Because as you can see, the angle PRQ follows a segment of PQ and angle PSQ also follows a segment of PQ. So the reason is angle on the same segment are equal, right? Angle in same segment, right? Now for part B, the points A, B and T lies on a circle, right? This is a point A, B and T. CTS is tangent to the circle at T, right? ABC is a straight line. ABC, this is a straight line, and AB and BT is equal. So means AB and BT is same. It means this angle T and this angle A is same. This is an isosceles triangle AB and T. Two sides are same, two angles are same, right? Okay, now angle ATS. This is 98 degrees, right? So if the angle ATS is 98, right, then we can say that angle ABT is also 98 by the according to the theorem of alternate segment theorem, right? Because this is a tangent, this makes an angle 98. So the alternate segment theorem says that if this angle is 98, this is also 98, right? Okay, work out the size of angle ACT. This angle we have to find, right? Okay, so as we know that this angle is 98 and these two angles are same, right? Let me find these two angles first, because this is an isosceles triangle. So we can say that 180 degree minus 98 degrees dividing by 2, we will get let's say this is angle x degree and x degree, right? So this is 180 minus 98 divides 2, this is 41. So this angle is 41, this angle is 41, right? So this is 41 degrees. Okay, and this is a straight line because it is a tangent, so this whole angle is 180, right? So 180 is the sum of this angle 41 and 98. So 180 minus 41 minus 98, this angle is also 41, this is 41, right? Okay, and now if I consider this triangle ACT, T, right? Angle A is 41. What is angle T? The sum of 41 and plus 41. This is 82. This whole angle is 82. We know the two angles. We can easily find the third angle of a triangle by doing sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So we can say angle C plus angle A is 41 plus angle T is 82. This is equals to 180 degree. So we can get angle ACT. This is 180 minus 82 minus 41. This is 57 degrees. This angle is 57 degrees. Right. So angle ACT is 57. Question number 3. A line L joins point F and point G. Part A, calculate the length of line L. So the length of a line L is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. That is a formula for the length of a line, right? So now L is equals to, we have a point F and G, x1, y1, x2, y2, square root of x2 minus x1, that is minus 5 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 2 whole square, right? So here we have minus 5 minus 3, that is minus 8, and minus 8 square is 64, and 4 minus 2, this is 2, and 2 square is equals to 4. So 64 plus 4, this is square root of 68, and calculating square root of 68 is 8.246 or 8.25. Let me round this. 8.25 is the length of the line L. So this is square root of 68. Now for part B, find the length of the perpendicular bisector of line L in the form of y equals to mx plus c. Now perpendicular bisector of line L. Line L joins the point F and G. So first we need to find the slope of line L. That by using these 2 points, we have a formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 4 and y1 is 2. So 4 minus 2 divides minus 5 minus 3. This is equals to 2 divides minus 8, and minus 1 by 4 is the slope of a line L, right? Now we can, and we also need the slope for the perpendicular bisector. So the slope of the line that is perpendicular to L is negative reciprocal of 1 by 4, that is equals to 4, right? And the next thing we need is the midpoint as well. So the midpoint has a formula x1 plus x2 divides 2 and y1 plus y2 divides 2, right? Okay, now let me find the midpoint. So the midpoint of F and G, right? So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So x1 plus x2 divides 2. This is equals to 3 minus 5 divides 2, and 2 plus 4 divides 2. So 3 minus 5, 3 subtract 5 divides 2. This is minus 1. And 2 plus 4 divides 2. This is 3. So minus 1, 3 is the midpoint, right? Now let me find out the equation of line in the form of y equals to mx plus c, the line, the perpendicular bisector. So y equals to m is this m, we have to use 4x plus c, and to find the value of c we use these coordinates, x and the y coordinate. So y is 3 and x is minus 1. So 4 times minus 1 plus c. So from here c is equals to 3 plus 4, and c is equals to 7, right? Now when c is 7, we have a line y equals to 4x plus 7. This is the equation of perpendicular bisector of line L. Now moving to part C, a point H lies on the y-axis such that the distance of GH is 13 units. Find the coordinates of the two possible positions of H. Okay, now point H lies on y-axis. So if it lies on y-axis, so it means the x coordinate of that point is 0 and the y coordinate is y. And we know the point G, and the start of the question, its coordinate is minus 5 and 4. right? Now the distance we have given for GH is 13 units, right? Now GH distance is equals to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, right? Now these g coordinates are x1, y1, and the h coordinates are 0 and y is x2 and y2, right? So GH distance is 13 units. 13 equals to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square, that is 0, plus 5 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square, that is y minus 4 whole square, right? So we have 13 equals to 25, and opening the square root of this term is y square plus 4 square is 16 and minus 2ab, minus 4 times 2 is 8y. Right, now to get rid of square root, we have to do the squaring on both sides. So square of 13, 13 square is 169. 169, and square root is cancelled. We have y square minus 8y and 25 plus 16. 25 plus 16 is 41 plus 41. Right, now let me rearrange it. We have y square minus 8y, we have 41, and shifting this term to the right side, that is 41 minus 169 minus 128. Minus 128 equals to 0. Now we have a quadratic equation in y. We have to factorize it to get the two values for y, right? So it is 128. If I can do 8 times of 16, this is 128, and 8 minus 16 is minus 8, right? Let's break the midterm. Y square minus 8 plus 8y minus 16y and minus 128 equals to 0. For we can take y common, y plus 8 is left, negative 16 is common, y plus 8 is left, equals to 0. So the two factors are y plus 8 and y minus 16, right? This is equals to 0, right? Now from here we have two values for y is y equals to minus 8 and y is equals to positive of 16, right? Now let me write down the they said find the coordinates of two possible positions of h. So x coordinates are always 0. We have the y coordinate, so x coordinate is 0, the y coordinate is minus 8, x coordinate is 0, and the y coordinate is 16. So these are the two possible positions of h. Question number 4. ABCD is a trapezium with DC is parallel to AB. DC is 6.4 centimeter, DB is 10.9 centimeter, angle CDB is 38 degrees, and angle DAB is 45 degrees. Find CB. Now for part A, CB, this side we have to find. Okay, so if I consider this triangle DCB, BCD, this triangle, right? So we have the two sides and one angle. We need to find the third side, so we have to apply the law of cosine here, right, to find CB. Law of cosine. Okay, CB we have to find, so we can say CB square is equals to the side DC square plus DB square minus 2 times of DC of DB and cos of the angle D, right? So we have CB square, this is equals to the DC 6.4 centimeter whole square plus 10.9 centimeter whole square minus 2 times of 6.4 times 10.9 and cos of the angle, that is 38 degrees. And to find CB we do the square root, right? Now let me simplify this. So the first thing is 64 square. Let me solve from this side, right? Cos of 38 times 10.9 times 6.4 times minus 2, add 10.9 square and add 6.4 square. This is CB square, right? And doing a square root of answer is 7.058, or we can say 7.06 centimeter is BC, right? Now for part B1, find the angle ADB. ADB, this angle we have to find, right? Okay, so to find this angle, this is understood that these two sides are parallel, right? This angle is 38, this angle is 38. These two are alternate angles, right? So considering this triangle ABD, we have two angles. We can find the third angle by doing sum of all angles of a triangle is 180. So we have 45 plus 35 and subtracting from 180, we will get angle D, right? So we can find ADB is equals to 180, subtract angle B is 38, subtract angle A is 45, right? 180 minus 38 minus 45, this is 97 degrees. Now for second part, find AB. This is 97. AB, this side we have to find. Okay, so if I consider this triangle ADB, right? So we have all the three angles, we have one side. We can find this side. Here we apply law of sine for this. Law of sine. Okay, so we have to find AB, its opposite angle is given, and we can use this side because its opposite angle is mentioned, right? So we can say AB divide sine of its opposite angle is 45. No, 97. Let me show you. AB and its opposite angle is 97 equals to 10.9 and opposite angle is 45, right? This is equals to 10.9 divides sine of its opposite angle is 45 degrees. So the side AB is equals to 10.9 times sine of 97 degrees divide sine of 45 degrees. Right, let me calculate this. Sine 97 degrees divide sine 45 degrees and times 10.9, 15.300. AB is 15.3 centimeter, right? Now this side is 15.3 centimeter. Okay, now for part C, calculate the area of a trapezium. So the formula for area of a trapezium is half sum of the parallel sides B1 plus B2 times the height, right? Okay, so as you can see, we have the two parallel sides, right? That is 6.4 and 15.3, but we need to find the height. So let me calculate the height. Draw the straight line here. This is the height h, right? So if I consider this a right angle triangle, let me find this height, right? Okay, so as you can see, we have the angle 38 over here, considering this triangle DB and this, let's say, H here. So it's a right angle triangle. We use SOHCAHTOA to find this side. This side is opposite of this angle 38, opposite. This side is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. So we have to find opposite and hypotenuse we have given. So we use sine. Sine of 38 degrees is opposite side is the height of the trapezium, right? And the hypotenuse is 10.9. So the height of the trapezium is 10.9 times of sine 38 degrees. So let me calculate it. Sine 38 and times 10.9. This height is 6.7 centimeter, right? Now substituting all the values into the formula. So area of a trapezium is half. The two parallel sides are 6.4 and 15.3, and the height we got is 6.7, right? So this okay, so let me simplify. 6.4 plus 15.3 times by 6.7 and dividing by 2. So the area of a trapezium is 72.69, or we can say 72.7 if I round it. So this is equals to 72.7 centimeter square. Question number 5, part A. Draw the lines of symmetry of rectangle. Okay, rectangle has two lines of symmetries. Let me draw. So this is the first line of symmetry, the vertical. So when I draw this line, both the sides are identical, right? Or if I can draw this horizontal line, both sides are identical, right? So the rectangle has only two lines of symmetries, horizontal and vertical. Now moving to part B, we have given three triangles A, B and C, right? So the question is, for the first part, describe fully the single transformation that maps number A, triangle A onto triangle B, right? So looking at the triangle A and B. So this is A and this is B. So this is obviously a translation and we need to find the units of the translation. So considering this point and this point. So if I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units up and 1 unit to the left, right? So 4 up and 1 left. So we can say it is a translation, right? 4 up and 1 left. So how can I write this as in a vector form? So for the first is the translation, horizontal translation. So the horizontal translation is -1 because it is left, and the vertical translation is 4 because it is up. So this is a vector. Now for part B, triangle A onto triangle C. Okay, so look at this triangle A and triangle C. So if I consider this triangle A and rotate it, so this is triangle C. So it is a rotation and the rotation is 90 and this is anti-clockwise. Why it is 90 Because it is in the opposite quadrant, right? So it is a rotation 90 anti-clockwise and we need to find the center of rotation now. So let me write this down that it is a rotation 90 anti-clockwise and the center of rotation, let me find the center of rotation. We can find the center of rotation by joining the points of triangle A with the triangle B and then find their perpendicular bisector, right? So as you can see, this point on A is this point on C. Let me connect these 2 points. Draw the straight line is this, right? Now we have a straight line, we can draw its perpendicular bisector. Let me draw its perpendicular bisector by measurement. So 90 we have a 90 here, or here, right? So this is the perpendicular line, right? Okay, now let me connect the third point, this with this, and find its perpendicular, right? Now let me find its angle that is perpendicular, that is the exact same line, you guys can see. Yeah, the exact same line is perpendicular to this, right? Or if I can draw it in over here, let me do it here. So you guys can see, as you can see, the both perpendicular line passes through the point this x is 2 and the y is 1. So this is the center of rotation, right? So the center of rotation is 2, 1. Now for the second part, A, draw the image of triangle A of the reflection in y equals to 2, right? So draw the line y equals to 2 first. Y is equals to 2. This line is y equals to 2 at the top. Let me draw this line and reflect the triangle A. So this is a triangle A. This point has 1, 2 and 3 units. So from here 1, 2 and 3 units. This is a new point, right? This point distance with the line is 1, 2, 3, 4 units, 1, 2, 3 and 4 units. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a triangle. A of the reflection along a line y equals to 2. So you guys can see that the coordinates of this triangle A of the reflection is -2, 5, and we have -2, 6, and -5 and 6, right? Now for part B, we have draw the image of triangle A after enlargement by the scale factor of -2 and the center of enlargement is -1, 1. Scale factor is -2, it means it is on the opposite side of the center and the center is -1, 1. So let me first find the center. X is 1 and the -1, 1. So -1 and 1, this is a center, so this is A, so the enlarged shape is in on this side. Okay, so because the scale factor is negative, so to find the coordinates for the shape that is enlarged shape. Okay, so let's say this is a point A, this is point B, and this is point C of triangle A. Okay, now we have to find the new coordinates of the enlarged shape. So first we need to find the distance of each point of shape A to the center of the enlargement. So for point A, it move 1 unit to the right and 2 units up, right? So we can write down the A is 1 right and 2 up. Now for B, okay, so B is 1 right and 1, 2, 3 up. So 1 right and 3 up, right? And for the shape C, we move 1, 2, 3, 4 right and 1, 2, 3 up. 4 right and 3 up. Okay, now we know that the scale factor is -2 and negative sign indicates that the shape is opposite side of the center, right? Not on the same side of the center. So we are just multiplying it by 2. Multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2, and multiplying by 2, the scale factor. Now the new coordinates A prime, B prime, and C prime. These are the new coordinates for the enlarged shape. So 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 3 is 6. Right. So now these are the coordinates for the enlarged shape, and these are the distances from the center. Now the new A prime is 2 units to the right and 4 units up from the center, right? So this is a center, we move 2 units right and 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a point 1 and 5. Okay, now for second, 2 right and 6 up. Okay, so it's from the center, 2 right and 6 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This point is 1, 7. And the last, 8 right and 6 up, 8 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6 units up, 1 unit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this point is 7, 7, right? So let me connect these points. So this is the enlarged triangle A with the scale factor -2 and the center is -1, 1. Right, this is A. Question number 6, part A. At the festival, 380 people out of 500 people questioned say that they are camping. There are 55,300 people at the festival. Calculate an estimate of the total number of people camping at the festival. Okay, so 380 people are camping out of 500 people times the total number of people at the festival is 55,300. Okay, so 380 divides 500 times 55,300. This is 42,028 people are camping at the festival. Now for question part B, 12 friends travel at the festival, 5 travel by car, 4 travel by bus, and 3 travel by train. Two people are chosen at random from the 12 friends. Okay, calculate the probability that we travel by different types of transport. Okay, so by car, bus, and train. So we have three combinations: car, and because two people are selected at random, right? Okay, and they are not placing it back, right? So we can say if first person, the first friend, travel by car, that is 5 out of 12, right? And times the second friend travel by bus, so 4 out of the total are 11, right? So there are two combination for this, right? The first travel by car or travel by bus, or travel by bus and travel by car, right? Plus there are another two combination for bus and train, right? One travel by bus, other travel by train. So by bus are 4 out of 12, times by train are 3 out of 11, plus another two combination for car and train. So if the first friend travel by car, that is 5 out of 12, and the other travel by train is 3 out of 12, or the first travel by train and the second travel by car. Okay, now let me simplify this. This is 5 times 4 is 22, and we have 20 divides 12 times 11 is 132, plus we have 2. 3 times 4 is 12 over 132, plus 2. 3 times 5 is 15 over 132, right? Now the next is we have to just simplify. 32 divides 2. Let me cancel it with 2. This is 66, right? 132 divides 2 is 66, right? We can cancel it with 66. So we have 20 over 66 here, plus 12 over 66, plus 15 over 66. Adding the numerators now. 20 plus 12 plus 15. This is 47 out of 66. This is a probability. Now for part C, Arno buys a student ticket for $43.68. This is a saving of 16% on the full price of the ticket, right? The student price, right? Calculate the full price of the ticket. So here we use the same concept that we need to find the original price of the ticket, and the 16% is a discount, and we get the discounted price or the sale price. We use the same concept, like we have a formula for sale price is equals to the original price, subtract the reduction, the percentage reduction of the original price, right? So we do the same. Now the sale price is the student ticket, that we can say the student ticket is the original price is the full price, and minus 16% of the full price. Let's say the full price of the ticket is X, right? And the student price we have given is 43.68, right? This is X minus 16 over 100 X, right? And 43.68 equals to X into 1 minus 16 out of 100, right? 1 minus 16 divides 100. This is 0.84. So X equals to dividing. So 43.68 divide this term, that is 0.84. We will get X, or the full price of the ticket, right? 43.68 divide 0.84. This is $52. This is the full price of the ticket. Part D, at the full football match, there are 29,800 people. So the total number of people we have given, correct to the nearest 100, right? So the nearest 100, basically we need to find the upper and the lower bound for the total number of peoples, right? So 29,800 plus minus 100 divides 2, the upper bound and the lower bound. So what is 100 by 2? That is 50. Yes. So in 29,800 add 50, we have 29,850. This is the upper bound, and 29,800 subtract 50 is 29,750. This is a lower bound for the total number of people. Right, so part 1, at the end of the football match, the people leave at a rate of 400 people per minute, correct, to the nearest 50 people. Okay, so the rate of the people leave, right? So we need to find 400 plus minus 50 by 2. 50 by 2 is 25. Yes, so we add 25 and subtract 25. So add 25 and 400 is 425, and subtract 25 from 400 minus 25 is 375. This is a rate at which the people leave, right? Calculate the lower bound for the number of minutes it take for all the people to leave. Okay, so we need to find the time, the number of minutes, right? So the time taken, at what time, how much time they will leave, all the people will leave. Time taken is equals to the number of people divides the rate at which they are leaving, right? So the number of, okay, and we need to find the lower bound for the division. We have the lower bound, so the lower bound of time taken, it means we need to find the lower bound of the numerator and the upper bound of the denominator, right? So the lower bound for the number of minutes, we have the lower bound of number of people, upper and the lower bound for the number of people, that is 29,750, divides the rate, its upper bound for rate is 425, right? Now let me just calculate. 29,750 divide 425, this is 70. So 70 minutes. So the lower bound for the number of minutes to take for all the people to leave is 70 minutes, right? Now for the second part, at the cricket match, there are 27,500 people, correct, to the nearest 100 people. Now for the cricket match, total number of people are 27,500 plus minus 100 divides 2, this is 50. The upper bound is 27,550 and its lower bound is 27,450. Adding 50, subtracting 50. Okay, calculate the upper bound for the difference between the number of people at the football match and at the cricket match. Okay, the upper bound for the difference between the number of people at the football match, upper bound, and we need to find the difference of the football match, subtract the cricket match. Okay, so when we have to find the upper bound, so first quantity we have to find the upper bound of first, subtract the lower bound of second. Right, so the upper bound of football, the total number of people for football, its upper bound is 29,850. This is 29,850. Subtract the lower bound for the cricket match is 27,450. Let me find the difference. 29,850 minus 27,450. This is 2,400. This is a difference. Question number 7. Information about masses m kilograms of each of 150 children is recorded in the frequency table. So total number of children are 150. Mass m grams and the frequency. Now part A, calculate an estimate of the mean mass. So the formula for the mean is sum of fx divided by the total number of children are 150. So we have given f. What is x? X is a midpoint of the interval, the midpoint of these intervals, right? To find the midpoint, we have to do 10 plus 0 divides 2. So the midpoint of 0 and 10 is equals to 5, right? 10 plus 20 divides 2 is 15. 20 plus 25 divides 2 is 22.5. 25 plus 40 divides 2 is 32.5, and 40 plus 50 divides 2 is 45. We have the midpoints, right? Now let me find fx, right? The product of f and x. 12 times 5 is 60. 15 times 38, 570. 32 times 2.5 is 720, and 50 times 32.5, 1625, and 45 times 18, this is 810. right? So this is fx. Now let me add the fx. So we can say the mean is sum of fx, that is 60 plus 750 plus 720 plus 1625 plus 810, right? And dividing by the total number of children, that are 800. Sorry, 150. So let me divide this with 150. So let me find the mean. Do the sum of all the numbers. This is 60 plus 7570 plus 720 plus 1625 plus 810, and divide 150. The mean is 25.23. That is 25.2 kilograms is the estimate mean mass. Now for part B, draw a histogram to show this information in the table, right? So we have the masses in kilograms and the frequency densities, right? So for histogram, we need the frequency density. So let me find the column for frequency density first. So the frequency density has a formula. This is equals to frequency over class width, right? So we have given all the frequencies in the table: 12, 38, 32, 50, 18. Now we need to find the class width. This is a class width between 10, 0 to 10, 10 to 20. These are the class widths, right? Now let me find the frequency density. So the frequency density for the first is frequency over class width. Frequency is 12 and the class width is you can see 10, 0 to 10 is just 10, right? 12 by 10, this is equals to 1.2, right? Now let me draw this in the table form, right? This is for the first interval. Now for the second is between 10 to 20, the frequency is 38, right? So 38 divides 20 minus 10. 20 minus 10 is 10, right? 38 divides 10 is 3.8, sorry. 3.8, right? For the next interval between 20 to 25, the frequency is 32. 32 divides 25 minus 20. 25 minus 20 is 5. So 32 divides 5 is 6.4 is the frequency density, right? Two more left. Next is 25 to 40, it's 50. So the frequency is 50 and the class width is 40 minus 25, right? So 40 minus 25 is 15 and 50 divides 15 is 3.3, right? Now for the last one, the last interval is 40 to 50, it is 18. So the frequency is 18 and 50 minus 40 is 10. 18 over 10 is 1.8. Now we have the frequency densities. We can draw the histogram, right? We need to draw the histogram to show the information in the table. So as you can see, between 0 to 10, when the mass is between 0 to 10, we have the frequency density is 1.2. This is 0 to 10, right? So 1.2. This is 1. This is 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 8, and 2. So this is 1.2 between 0 to 10. Okay. Let me draw this. This is a histogram for the first interval, right? Now for second interval is between 10 to 20. Okay, 10 to 20. This is 10 and 20. It is 3.8. So we have 3, 3.2, 4, 6, 8. Let me draw this. Now the next interval is 20 to 25. We have 20 here and 25 is in the middle. This is 6.4. So 6.4 is 6, 6.2 and 6.4. There is 25, 6.4, yes. Right. Okay, 25 to 40 now. This is 3.3. 25 to 40, 3.3. We have 3, 3.2 and 3.3 is over here, and 40. This is 40. 3, 3.2 and 3.3. In the middle of 3.2 and 3.4, we have 3.3. Right, and the last interval is between 40 to 50 and its frequency density is 1.8. 40 to 50, 1.8. We have 1, 1.2, 4, 6, 8. Right. So we have completed the histogram. Now part C1, use the frequency table to complete this cumulative frequency table. Masses, m grams and the cumulative frequencies. Okay. So we have given the frequency table. This frequency table we have to use and find the cumulative frequencies. Now when the mass is less than equals to 10, as you can see. Okay. When the mass is less than equals to 10, we have the cumulative frequencies 12. Right. When it is less than equals to 20, in 12 we add 38. So 12 plus 38, 50. Less than equals to 25, in 50 we add 32. So 50 plus 32, it is 82. Less than equals to 40, in 82 we add 50. Plus 50 is 132. And less than equals to 50 in 130, sorry, 132, not 130. Okay, less than equals to 50, in 132 add 18, 150. So this is a cumulative frequency table. For second part, calculate the percentage of the children with a mass greater than 10 kilograms. Okay, so look at the frequency table. The children having mass between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 50. So the children having mass more than 10 are these children's 38, 32, 50 and 18, right? So let me add. So we have 38 plus 32 plus 50 plus 18. These are the children having mass greater than 150 kilogram. Out of the total children are 150, and for percentage we have to multiply by 100, right? Let me calculate this. We have 38 plus 32 plus 50 plus 18 divides 150 and times by 100. 92% of the children have a mass greater than 10 kilograms. Question number 8, part A, solve. We have to solve for P. So shifting the P terms to the right. 10 minus 3 equals to 11P plus 3P, right? 10 minus 3 is 7 and 11, 12, 13, 14. This is 14P. And to find the value for P, we have to divide both sides by 14. So P equals to 7 times 1 is 7 and 7 times 2 is 14, 1 by 2. Now for part B, make m the subject of the formula. So combining the m terms, mc square minus mg equals to 2k. Let me take m common. So c square minus g equals to 2k. So m is equals to 2k divide c square minus g. 2k divide c square minus g. Now for part C, we have to solve this. So taking the LCM by cross multiplication, 1 is multiplying with 2x plus 3 and plus 4 is multiplying with x minus 3, and whole divides x minus 3 and 2x plus 3 equals to 1. We need to do a cross multiplication again. So 2x plus 3 plus 4x minus 4 times 3 is 12. This is equals to this, the product of these two terms. So let me solve the product. First multiply with x. So 2x square plus 3x, and then multiplying with minus 3, minus 6x and minus 9. Right, let me combine all the terms to the right side, right? So we have 2x square over here plus 3x minus 6x minus 9, shifting all the terms to the right side, minus 2x minus 3 minus 4x plus 12 equals to 0. So we have 2x square. Okay, let's solve the x terms. 3 minus 6 minus 2 minus 4. 3 minus 6 minus 2 minus 4 is minus 9 x. And the constant terms are, we have negative 9, negative 3 and positive 12. Negative 3 and positive 12. This is equals to 0. Okay, so now let me take x common. We have 2x minus 9 equals to 0. So from here x is equals to 0 and 2x minus 9 equals to 0. So x equals to 0 is the first value, and from here 2x equals to 9 and x is equals to 9 by 2. What is 9 by 2? 9 divides 2 is 4.5. So these are the two values for x. Now for part D, solve the simultaneous equations. You must show all your working. We have a linear and a quadratic equation. So let me simplify this. From the first equation, let me solve for x. X is equals to 12 minus 2y. And substitute the x into the second equation. We have 5 times of x, that is 12 minus 2y plus y square equals to 39. Okay, 5 times 12. 12 times 5 is 60. 2 times 5 is 10y. And plus y square minus 39 equals to 0. So we have y square minus 10y and 60 minus 39, 21, negative positive 21 equals to 0. So we have a quadratic equation in y. We can factorize this. We have 21 and 3 times 7 is 21 and minus 3 minus 7 is minus 10, right? So y square minus 3y minus 7y plus 21 equals to 0. Taking y common, y minus 3, negative 7 is common, y minus 3 equals to 0. So the factors are y minus 3 and y minus 7 equals to 0, right? Okay, so from here we have two values for y. Y is equals to 3 and y is equals to 7, right? 3 and 7. So let me put these values 3 and 7. So when y is 3, what is the corresponding x value? So substituting the finding the x values by putting in this equation. So at y is equals to 3, what is x? X is 12 minus 2 times 3. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6 and 12 minus 6 is 6. X is 6. Right, now the next y value is 7. So we can say at y is equals to 7, we have x is equals to 12 minus 2 times of 7, right? 2 times 7 is 14 and 12 minus answer, this is negative of 2. So x is minus 2 when the y is 7, right? Now for part E, expand and simplify. So let's do this. So first let me multiply, keep the first bracket as it is. Let me multiply the second and third. Multiplying this bracket with x. So x square minus 4x and then with 6 plus 6x and 4 times 6 is 24. 2x minus 3 x square plus 2x minus 24. Okay, now multiplying this with first 2x and then with negative 3. So 2x. So 2x square. 2 times 2 is 4x, 2x cube, because x and x square is x cube. This is x square, and 2 times 24 is minus 48. Let me check. 2 times 24 is 48, yes. Minus 48x. Now times with negative of 3. So minus 3x square minus 3 times 2 is 6x. Negative times negative is positive. 3 times 24 is 72 plus 72. Okay, now let me simplify. We have 2x cube and the x square terms are 4 and minus 3. So just x square, and x terms are minus 48 and minus 6. So 48 plus 6 is 54, minus 54x, and the constant is plus 72. So this is expanded and the simplified form. 2x cube plus x square minus 54x plus 72. Right. Question number 9, part A. In triangle PQR, M lies on QR, and S lies on PR. Explain, give reasons why the triangle PMR, this triangle, right angle triangle, is similar to the triangle MSR. This triangle is similar to this one. Okay, so if I consider PMR, this angle is 90 degree, and if I consider MSR, this angle is 90 degree, right? So we can say that angle PMR is equals to the angle SP, this is equals to 90 degree, right angle. This is the first reason. Both angles are same, right? So angle M and angle S is same. Okay, so in both triangle we have PMR, this triangle, and the other is MSR, this triangle. MSR, yes, this is R, sorry, I thought this triangle, this is R. These are 90 degree angle. This is also a 90 degree angle. Okay, so both have angle R is common, MRP, or we can say MRS, same angle. MRP equals to MRS, same angle. This is a common angle in both triangle, right? So this and this angle is same, this angle is common, so the third angle is obviously same, because when one angle of a triangle is 90 and 90 in both, so this angle R and R is same, so the third angle is also same. By doing sum of all angles of a triangle is 180. Okay, so M and R. So now for P, we can say MPR is equals to MPR and now we are doing SMR. So this is the third angle of a triangle. When two angles are same, the third angle we can find. Third angle. Okay, so we have proved that the two triangles are similar by using the postulate of angle, and angle. Three angles are same, right? Now for part B, triangle ABC is similar to the triangle PQR. This is ABC, this is PQR. Now part 1, find the value of x. When they are similar, their ratios of their corresponding sides are same. So x ratio this equals to 9.9 ratio this, right? X divides, this side is x and its corresponding, this side is x for PR and its corresponding side is 4.5. X ratio 4.5, this is equals to 9.9 and its corresponding ratio 8.1. 9.9 divides 8.1. So from here x is equals to 9.9 divides 8.1 multiplied by 4.5. Let me simplify this. 9.9 divides 8.1 and times 4.5, this is 5.5 is a value for x. Now for the second part, the area of the triangle PQR is 25 centimeters square. Area of this triangle we have given is 25 centimeters square. Calculate the area of the triangle ABC, right? So area of large triangle divides area of small triangle is equals to, when the two triangles are similar, their ratios of areas is the square of the ratios of the corresponding sides, right? So we can compare the side 9.9 and 8.1. You can compare x and 4.5 as well, right? So let me compare. For larger is 9.9, using the larger side, because we numerator we have to use a larger one, and its corresponding side is 8.1. side squares, right? So large triangle, we have given its area is 2.25. So we can write this down. This is 25 and this is area of the small triangle is ABC we have to find. So this is in the denominator, doing the reciprocal on both sides. We have area of small over 25 is equals to 8.1 over 9.9 whole square. Right, so area of the small triangle or area of the triangle ABC we can find by doing 25 times 8.1 square over 9.9 square. Right, let me simplify. Okay, so the first thing is 8.1 divides 9.9. It's square and times by 25. So this is 16.73. So we can say area of the triangle ABC is 16.74 if we round it. So area of the triangle ABC is equals to 16.74 centimeter square. Question number 10, part A, find all the positive integers which satisfy the inequality. All the positive integers only, right? Okay, now we have -8 positive 15 is greater than 5n minus 3n. I just shift the n terms to the right and constant to the left. Okay, 15 minus 8, 7. This is 7 is greater than 5, take away 3 is 2n. Right, 7 divides 2 is greater than n. So what is 7 by 2? 7 divides 2 is 3.5. So, or we can say that n is less than 3.5, right? All the values that are positive integer values that are less than 3.5 are 1 is less than 3.5, 2 is less than 3.5, and 3 is less than 3.5. These are the three integer values that satisfy the inequality. Now for part B, the region marked R is defined by three inequalities. Part 1, find these three inequalities. Okay, so as this is a region R, so this is a line that is 10y plus 8x equals to 80. So its lower portion, right, is R. So we can say that 10y plus 8x is less than equals to 80 because this is not the dotted line, right? So we can use equality. Okay, so this line is 2y equals to x minus 4, the upper portion with it is greater, not equality, because it is dotted. So 2y is greater than x minus 4. It defines a region R, and this line x equals to 4, more values, right? So x is greater than 4. X is greater than 4, not greater than equals to 4. Again, it is a dotted line, right? So these three inequalities define the region R. Now for second part, write down the larger value of 3x plus y in the region R for the integers x and y. So in the region R, we have the integers. This is the point for region R: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 values for the region R, right? So this is 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 6, 2, 6, 3, and 7, 2. Okay, so we need to write down the greatest value for this, right? So the greatest value, it means 3 is multiplying with some x and add in y, means x must be more, right? The maximum value of the x, right? So as you can see, this point here, the x is 5, here 6, and here 7. So this is a maximum value, right? When x is 7 and the y is 2. Okay, so putting the point 7, 2. You can check on all the points and you will get the maximum on only this value. Okay, so 3 times 7 and then plus 2. 3 times 7 is 14, and 14 plus 2, this is equals to 3 times 7 is 21. Sorry. 21 plus 2 is 22, 23. Question number 11, part A. A rectangular sheet of paper ABCD is made into an open cylinder with the edge AB meeting the edge DC. AD is 28 centimeter, AB is 20 centimeter. Okay, so AD, they close the AD and BC, right? And this is an open cylinder. Now for part 1, show that the radius of the cylinder is 4.46 centimeter, correct to 3 significant figures. Radius of the cylinder, this is a circular portion of the cross section of a cylinder. So, and this is AD, A to D, right? So we need to find the radius. So this is a whole circumference, right? This is a circle. So if I use the formula for the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, and the whole circumference we have given, that is 28, right? So we have to use this as 28 divides 2 pi, we will get the radius, right? So we have 28 divides 2 pi. This is 4.456, and up to 3 significant figures 4.46 if I round it. So the radius is r is equals to 4.46 centimeter, right? Now for second part, calculate the volume of the cylinder. So the volume of a cylinder is equals to area of cross section times the height of the cylinder. So the cross section is a circle, so area of a circle times the height, that is pi r square h. This is the volume of the cylinder. Now radius, we have this, and the height of the cylinder is, you can see this is the height of the cylinder A to B, so this is 20 centimeter, just substituting the values. So we have pi, the radius is keep 28 by 2 pi, its whole square, and the height is 20, right? Okay, so this is a radius we got, take its square, right, and times by pi and times by 20. This is 1247.7. so 1248 centimeter cube. If I round it to 1 decimal place, is the volume of the cylinder, right? Now for this third part, n is the point on the base of the cylinder such that Bn is the diameter, right? So this is a base of the cylinder. This n is a point on the base of the cylinder such that Bn is the diameter of the cylinder. So B to N, if I connect the point B to N, this is a diameter of the cylinder, that is 2 times of the radius. Calculate the angle between AN and the base of the cylinder. Okay, so we have AN and the base of the cylinder, this angle theta we have to calculate. So NB is the diameter, that is 2 times of radius. This is a radius, we have to times it by 2. So 4.46 times 2, this is 8.92 is a diameter, and we know this AB, that is 20 centimeter. We can find this angle if we consider this is a right angle triangle. We use SOHCAHTOA. We have opposite and adjacent side, so we use tangent, ratio of tangent. So here we have tan theta is the opposite side, that is 20, and the adjacent side is 8.92. And let me solve for theta by doing tangent inverse of 20 divides 8.92, right? Let me simplify this. First 20 divides 8.92, and tangent inverse of answer is 65.96 or 66 degrees, we can say. Theta is 66 degrees. Part B, the volume of a solid cone is 310 centimeter cube. We have given the volume of the cone. The height of the cone is twice the radius of its base. Height of a cone is 2 times of radius of its base. Calculate the slant height of the cone. We need to find L. The volume V of a cone with the radius R and the height H is V is 1 by 3 pi r square H, right? Let me draw the cone because the base we have to use here. Okay, so it look like this. So this is a shape of the cone, right? Okay, and we have given the radius of the cone, the middle point, and the height of the cone. And this is a radius of the cone, and we have to find the slant height L, right? H is the height and R is the radius, right? and we have given the formula for the volume. So the volume we have given is 310 equals to 1 by 3 pi r square h, right? And we have h is 2 times of radius. So 310 times 3 equals to pi r square, and the height is 2r. Let me solve for the radius, right? And putting over here, we will get h, right? 310 times 3. What is 310 times 3 is 930. This is 930 divides pi 2 pi equals to r cube, right? And to find the radius, we have to do the cube root, right? So 930 divides 2 pi, and the cube root of answer is 5.28 or 5.3 is a radius. So the radius is 5.3 centimeter. So what is height? Height is 2 times of radius times by 2. This is 10.5, 10.6 centimeter up to 1 decimal place. We need to find the slant height. If, as you can see, this is the height, this is a r, and this is a slant height. So it is a right angle triangle. We need to find the hypotenuse by using Pythagoras theorem, right? So the hypotenuse square equals to the radius square plus height square, right? And to solve for the slant height L, we have to do the square root of the radius square, that is 5.3 square, and plus the height square, 10.6 square. We will get the slant height, right? So just simplify. We have 5.3 square plus 10.6 square, and the square root of answer, this is 11.85, right? 11.85, yes, centimeter. 11.85 centimeter is the slant height of the cone. Question number 12. A curve has equation y equals to this. When x is 2, the gradient of the curve is 6. Part A, show that k is 1.5. So using this information, we have to find the gradient of the curve, that is y prime. This is 3x square minus 2kx. This is a gradient. And putting the condition, when x is 2, the gradient is 6. 6 equals to 3. We have 2 square minus 2k and 2. So 6 equals to 3 times 2 square is 4, and 3 times 4 is 12 minus 4k, right? And from here 4k is equals to 12, subtract 6, this is equals to 6, and the k value is 6 by 3, 6 by 4, sorry, 6 by 4 is, what is 6 by 4? 6 divides 4 in decimal is 1.5. So we have showed that the k is 1.5, right? Now for part B, find the coordinates of two stationary points of the curve. You must show all your working. So the coordinates of the stationary points. Stationary point is a point when the derivative is equals to 0, right? So we have this derivative y prime. So put it equals to 0 by putting plugging the value of k as well. So 2 times of k, right? So the y prime for this curve is 3x square minus 2 times of k x, right? So 2 times of 1.5, 1.5 times 2 is 3, right? So this is y prime is equals to 3x square minus 3x. Put it equals to 0 to solve for, to get the coordinates, right? Okay, so I just substitute that equals to 0. We have 3x is common, x minus 1 equals to 0. And from here, x is equals to 0 and x is equals to 1. So we have two values for x, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So when x is 0, what is y? Plug into the curve. So we have this curve. Put x equals to 0. We will get the values for y. So y is equals to, when x is 0, we have 0 minus 0 plus 1. This is equals to 1. The y is 1, right? When x is 1, so when x is equals to 1, y is equals to 1 cube is 1 minus 1.5 x square is 1 square is 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 minus 1.5 is 1 by 2 or 0.5, right? So this is 0.5. So the two coordinates of the two stationary points are 0, 1 and 0, 1.5. 0.5, sorry, right? Now for part C, sketch the curve Okay, so we have to sketch this curve. So for sketching this curve, as we have, we found the stationary points in part B. So the stationary points are basically the turning points of the curve, and those 2 points are 0, 1 and 1, 0.5, right? Okay, so this is a cubic polynomial, right? And we know that the cubic polynomial extend in first or third quadrant or second to fourth quadrant. Since the leading coefficient of the cubic polynomial is positive, leading coefficient is a coefficient of x cube, it is positive, so the curve extends from first to third quadrant, right? And now we have the turning points. Let me plot the turning points. So if I use this point, let's say, is 1 and this is 2, and from here it is minus 0.5 here, and using the same thing here, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3, right? So we have the turning points, the stationary points 0, 1 and 1, 0.5. Okay, when x is 0, y is 1, this is 0, 1, this is a turning point of the curve, and when x is 1, y is 0.5, this is another turning point for the curve. This is 1, this is 0.5, this is 0.5, and this is 1, right? So we have the two turning points, and we have also know that the leading coefficient is positive, so it extends from the first to the third quadrant, right? So let me sketch this curve. So we have, this is the turning point, right? This way, turns in this way. So this is a turning point, right? So this is the sketch. We have the two turning points from first to the third quadrant, right? So that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.